Alito.
Alito.
Shout out to all my people. Copper colored people. Mahogany. Today's kind of sad day. You know, me and my son. I came on my phone, breaking news. You know, we lost a good brother, Nipsey Hussle. So I wear this in honor to you. Respect up to the West. You know we warriors, man. We warriors. And it's sad that the American Indians, we still doing the same thing. Still got these wars going on. And it hurt me. You know, like I said, some tears. Try to keep my son. My kids have done a good job. My daughters, they all older. Try to keep him away from that stuff. I went through it. And I'm going to tell y'all, it ain't no joke. Even though my life is good, straight now, I'm doing everything right. Still a part of us, still American Indian, still hunts me all the time. There's times I still don't, I be wanting to, this life sometimes I feel like it's, I feel like I'm domesticated. And I have to fight with myself to stay humble and things like that. Be a good man to my wife, things like that. Father to my kids. Spent most of my life locked up. You know, I was young, wild, American Indian. Indians in the hood, doing that stuff. Hurting our people, destroying our people, doing all this stuff that we do. And it hurts when you lose a brother, and we might not, blue is not my color. It's not a part of my gang, but we all the same gang. We all American Indians. And I feel the pain as if I was from his hood. And I know a lot of his homeboys that's gone. Met a lot of those cats from 60s that were some good people. Gave me passes back in the days when we was young, wild, into this lifestyle. Shout out to a lot of his homies that was gone before him that I knew. And it's sad that we still, the brother was doing a lot. And I'm going to have my son read a little bit of this article that they were saying every generation of our people has a Moses. This is by Medium Culture. And it says 5 reasons why Nipsey Hussle was our Moses. And if y'all don't know, you know, the article is going to go into it, but Moses was leading his people to the promised land, a.k.a. Moshe, Moshasha, however you want to pronounce it in the Hebrew. But anyways, we're not going to get into the origins of words and all that. We're just going to keep it basic for the people. But he was trying to lead the people to the promised land, a.k.a. a better situation that was meant for them. Not unnatural, what we're in right now, what they were in, but a natural, organic type of lifestyle. And that's what Nipsey was trying to do. He was doing a lot for the community, opened up stores, was helping people funding stores, trying to make a way for the copper people to break off of the system that we're weaned on, that we're on. We're feeding off of this unnatural, modified, genetically modified system. And you guys just don't understand it. We got to break away from it. And a lot of the people is trying to do this. A lot of our people that's speaking to you, Dane Calloway and a host of others, trying to get you guys off of this system. Because now we become the Caucasian. And they didn't even do all the stuff that they're telling you that they've done. It's a made up history. But now what they do, they giving you the made up history. You lived up to it by them doing certain things in the law. Everybody wasn't getting hung. And if you guys want to believe everybody was getting hung, that all this stuff is just words, trickery, illusions, smoke screens. So when you're talking about your people getting hung, Caucasians were getting hung for stealing horses and stuff like that. All kind of people was getting hung back then in the Western days. So what are you talking about? What do you people be talking about? All kind of people was enslaved. Read about the Irish slave trade. All people get shot by the police. Get killed. I know Caucasians that have been killed by him. So what? What are you American Indians talking about? Y'all is our biggest problem. You people. We got our main people that's out here doing it. It's like it quotes in the so-called scriptures. A remnant. Because most of our people is stupid, dumb, and they're sheep being led to a slaughter. And the ones that's woke trying to do this, man, there's times where I get frustrated. Hey, and I'm going to tell you like this, man, I don't play around. The heck with this internet and all that stuff, I don't play around. And this is why I put my son on here. Because I can promise you, all jokes or any of that crap to the side, I'll end anything around any person trying to press me or trying to harm my family. I put my son on here. You don't see these people on here doing that, putting their family and everything, especially their kids. I put my son on here because I put my life on the line for what I know and my respect. It don't matter if you're American Indian or a Caucasian or whatever. I will end you trying to injure anything around me or me. You ain't gonna put me on a t-shirt. I put cats on t-shirts. And back then when I was young, that was out of ignorance. But now, about mine, my kids and my family, I'll outline everything around you and your family and everything else around you about mine. That's what American Indian do. When it's time to ride, I ride. But I'm a chill person, I relax. I work out, stay healthy, teach my son to eat healthy. Me and my kids, even my older daughters and everything, show them how to eat healthy. But about mine and my family, you touch mine, and I'll out everything around you. I promise anybody that. I'm not going nowhere unless it's by natural. A cat approaching me the wrong way, I'll put your brains in the air. And when it's a war, like this shirt, Warrior, when it's a war going on, paying respects to Nipsey Hussle. Mm-hmm. When it's a war going on, that's what these colors is. This is Rolling 60s colors with the Seattle Mariners hat. Because it don't matter. Whether I can be cherried up or whatever. I'm still an Indian's an Indian to my people. I don't care about this blood and cripping. Yep, I represent my hood. I'm not from 60. I'm not a Crip, like I said. But I love all of them now. As I've woken up, I know who I am. A lot of our people waking up. But it's too many in the way. There's more in the way than there is waking up. And a lot of them don't care. You don't see how they don't care? Go and look on Sinetta's no page. Or any of them cats. The people don't care whether you call them African, African American. They find out they're American Indians. They don't care. These are the sheep that's in the way. And they need to be slaughtered. I don't believe in that martial law stuff, but if it comes, they need to be getting them. Get them out of the way. There's a lot of our people it's become like, and it's all people. It's not just American Indians. You got Caucasians that know the truth, know who we are. You got Hispanics that know the truth, know who we are. Our people that know who they are. And then you got the rest of the dummies all in the way. That'll argue you down, don't know no truth, don't know nothing. And they really don't care. You can change the title of their names to anything. Monkeys. And they'll run around and say it's monkey pride instead of so-called black pride. Same thing with Caucasians. Same thing with Hispanics. Same thing with the all the other ethnicities. You got majority of the people that's idiots than there is the smart ones. And they can care. And you got the self-proclaimed smart ones that think they went to some college or something and they know everything and they dumb as a box of rocks. The truth be sitting right in front of them, they dumb as a box of rocks. They'll have another Caucasian saying, look, well, this does match and it does seem, it has to be true. The evidence is leading there. It doesn't make sense that they could do this, or how could these other elites that supposed to be came over here when we're seeing the same thing that's going on over there in so-called Africa. You got the mixed people, Arabs, means mixed. You got them over there taking over Egypt and all this stuff, saying that they're the original people, and we going through the same thing with the Hispanics. Over here claiming the pyramids and all this and that and all the riches and kingdoms and all that stuff. Mounds and all that is theirs. Same thing, switch, flip, go on that coast and go on that coast. But the certain Caucasians know this. The ones that's like us, that don't reject truth, they accept the truth and know this. And will tell you it. But you got the majority that are dumb, that are in the way, and it's causing all the confusion. They're being misled, and they think that they're sharp, and they think the ones that know are the ones that are dumb and crazy, and they call us crazy. They're all the same. They're all the same, and they could care less. The American Indians that's in the way, these old peaceful kumbaya American Indians, they're in the way. These are the ones that don't care. You call them a black, they don't look at none of that stuff. Man, we done went through all these name changes. Nothing rings a bell to them. They'll accept anything you throw at them. Because they think that they're the Caucasians. They're all the same. All these people of all ethnicities, they're all the same. We got majority of the dumb people in the way. Then we got the so-called woken people of all ethnicities. All ethnicities of woken people. So it's sad to see that all this stuff going on, the brother was trying to help, do things. He might have still been dibbing and dabbing. Should I dibble and dabble in the streets, not on no illegal activity? And I'm in Houston now. But I still take my son down to Acres homes and things like that to be with his people, see his people. Went to New Orleans. We was around the ward, 3rd Ward, 9th Ward, 11th Ward. Went to all the wards. Because I'm going to show my son not to be afraid of his people. But you always got to be careful of your people. Because these are the ones that'll kill you. These are the ones that was going on with our wars and why we in this position. Our own people. Hate each other. But love the others. So go ahead and read a little bit of that.
From the top.
Just skip through. Just read through. I know. Go.
I know it's bold to declare Nipsey Hussle as the contemporary entrepreneurial equivalent of Moses, but take a moment to hear me out. If you are at all familiar with the Bible, or if you have attended a Christian church or at any point in your life, you probably learned at some point that Moses claimed to fame leading the Israelites through the wilderness to get to the promised land. But now I'm sure that many of you have seen the statistics floating across the internet, 42.1% of African Americans,
so-called,
owned their own home in 1968. A whopping 50 years later, and the statistics has only increased by 0.1%. Even with greater access to high-paying jobs and educational opportunities, so-called African Americans are still lacking when it comes to playing the game of ownership.
So in the past, we was ownerships doing all that. Today, we're just garbage. We want to party. If you're going to be a part of this corporation, move through the corporation like I'm doing. Move through it. Like Jay-Z said, I'll show you how to move through a room full of vultures. Move through it. You're going to be in the corporation, play through the corporation. Learn how to maneuver and move through it. And get what you need to get and get up out of there. If so be it. Some of y'all going to talk about, I ain't a part of this corporation, and you're going to die without nothing and leaving your kids nothing. Move through the corporation, buy your land, do what you need to do, and get up out the corporation. However you have to do it. I ain't here for this sugarcoating or none of that, man. Like, for real. I'm not here with none of that sugarcoating. I'm in the corporation. I work and everything. And I move through the corporation. Finna buy my house and all that. And I'm a felon. Been in and out of prison. Been in prison since I was a kid. Went in there fighting with grown men as a kid. And I never backed down. Knew I was an American Indian. Knew what I was about. And I rep my hood. But I always had a connection where I knew something about me was different. And about our people. That's why it was so easy for me to go into Yasharala, so-called Israelites, under their teaching when I first started to wake up. Thanks to those camps. Camps is on corners doing, no matter what people talking about with camps, they was on the corners waking up people. No matter what they say about these camps. I heard people bashing them, making videos, this and that. So what? You wasn't out there. Now because you don't got awoken from them being on these corners and seeing these videos, now you want to, oh yeah, these camps. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is teaching us. It's garbage. As far as Israel being over there in the desert with nothing, it's right here. This is the promise. This is everything. But, like I'm saying, when they was on there believing that these Caucasian people did it, none of these so-called Pan-Africans was doing that. None of your so-called African Americans was sitting out there in the corners telling these Caucasians what they done. And we already know they didn't do all that. It's a fabricated story. But for you people that choose to believe it, what was y'all going to do? Continue to talk, whisper, just whisper. These people out here with bullhorns, believing these lies. Come on, yeah, y'all going to get yours. Yeah, they're going to get theirs. They're going to get off the land. They're going to get with it or get lost. But all y'all believe in this stuff, these dudes is cowards, man. Y'all be following cowards for real. And that's why I'm glad I lead my family. I'm a man in my household, and I stay in my household. I ain't abandoned my family, abandoned my kids, or none of that. They need to be led. Because y'all cats with this dumb stuff. And like I'm saying, y'all so-called Pan-Africans, y'all been talking all this stuff about these Caucasians. You guys still ain't did nothing? You believe that they was beating you and whipping you? They do that to all kind of people. Caucasian people getting attacked by dogs. Just like we are and was. There's all kind of stuff be happening. Y'all try to act like it don't. Oh, it's just happening to us. No, it's just what you being shown. Everybody's getting slaughtered around here. It's a part of the balance, man. They got balance going on. This is what y'all don't understand. The Most High is within you. The Most High is within you. It's about balance. If the human population can't balance each other out like lions, hyenas, doing gazelles and all these other things, you're overpopulated like now. The plantation I go to, aka the job, was only 15 minutes away from my house. We first moved in this area. Now it takes me 45 minutes in a matter of a few years. It's how crowded the population is getting. So, this is what's going on. People got to know balance. It's what it's about. It's what the Most High is. That's what's within you. Balance. Keep yourself in balance. You're going to fall off. You're going to do some things. It's a part of it. Balance. Get back on point. Good days, bad days. Good people die at a young age. Bad people die at a young age. Good people live an old age. Bad people live an old age. Look at the brother. It's a veteran. Oldest one right now that was living. I don't know if the brother's still alive. Me and my son watched a documentary on him. Dude smoked cigar every day. Said he ate ice cream at night, every night. Ate what he wanted to. He wasn't a vegan, and he's outliving vegans. So get with it, man. Understand what it is about balance. Everybody's not the same, whether you are copper color or Caucasian. Any of the Caucasians. The Caucasus or the Asians. Caucasian. Any of them. Some of them die young. Some of them die old. Some more people die young. Everybody's not the same. I've already expressed that to y'all before. Some people can get bit by a snake and survive. Some people can get bit by it, have an allergic reaction. Everybody's bodies is different. Whether we're coppers or not. Whether we're copper colored people or not. Anything can happen to one other copper than it won't with the other. Just how it is, man. So now we finding out back in the days, 60s and before all that stuff, we was owning stuff. Land and all that. Something that slipped in to you guys' brains, into your mind, and have changed you drastically. To where everything's about a party and kicking it. And nothing's about stacking and making a way and not leaving your family when you pass to inherit your pain, but inherit your riches to keep it going and going and going. You're not buying up your land. You guys are fighting over family land and dividing it and getting your money and going and blowing it. Like the brother Kurimeo said. Some Jordans and stuff. And I was seeing people on this comment getting mad, talking about, we don't just buy Jordans. Or are you just going, man, we do. Be ignorant, act like you don't do this, and like somehow he's banging on the people. And all people, like we already know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And some of the people that don't have your same skin complexion, skin folk, be your kinfolk. And a fight for you. While the other ones will put a knife in your back and your throat. And put an arrow through your head. So go ahead. Nipsey, what?
Nipsey Hussle owns his entire music catalog. Ownership is not a new idea. The aspiration to own one's entire music catalog is certainly not just 2018 goals. But it is probably one of the most important lessons that any artist, entrepreneur, business owner, or publisher can learn. Michael Jackson did it. Anita Baker did it. Anita Baker did it. Jay-Z did it. Even the Migos and 21 Savage are on it. Prince was willing to walk around with a silly looking tattoo on his face so that we didn't have to learn the lesson of owning your own content the hard way.
So y'all see that? This is what has happened with your land. And there's legal ways to get it, just like there's legal ways for these guys. Some of these people that are signed to these corporations, music corporations, and that's what they're called too. These music corporations that they sign, some of them don't know that there's certain things in their contract. There's always, like they say, there's a loophole. And that's what we got done at. But there's a way out of it. There's a way in, there's a way out. We got to be willing to find the way out. But like I said, there's too many of our people, of all people, that are in the way and don't care. Everybody's wearing Jordans. Hispanics, Caucasians, American Indians. Everybody's wants whatever's the latest technology, latest cars and stuff. There's a lot of Caucasians that risk their life to give you guys a lot of truth. And they can care less. We just got a whole lot of ignorant people in the way. And they think they're smart. And they're the dumbest people around. And they're all being led to a slaughter. Everything around them's dying. They don't even understand why their auntie, their mom, their sister. I'm talking about all ethnicities. All going through this. Cancer and all that. And none of them look to see, why wasn't this going on in the past and now it's happening? We do more together when we're woke up than we do apart. All ethnicities. I don't care about just American Indians. All ethnicities, because once they all notice, everybody starts to return back and do what they need to do. Caucasians say, well, how can I get back to Europe or whatever? I don't like being here. I don't like what has happened. And then people will start to disperse. The real ones that are woke. Or they're going to be here being genuine. Is it okay for me to move on you guys' land? What do I have to do to pave my way? What do I have to go through? I'm going to be up under you guys' jurisdiction, your law, or whatever. Tells you that in the scripture. Everybody's going to return back to their land masses. That's what's so crazy. People don't even understand stuff like that. It's all around them, all in the scriptures that they read daily. Revelation, and all nations shall return back to their nation. All nationalities shall return back to their nations. So, this is what done happened. American Indian done killed a real American Indian. One of the sleepers, the idiots, done killed a real American Indian who was trying to help his people. Got store in his hood in Slauson. Been running programs for felons, trying to help them out. Construction things, trying to get them in. Gardening. That's what they called him. The Moses of today. But guess what? There's many Moses. Down here in Houston, Slim Thug's doing the same thing. And I'm pretty sure I've seen some documents where some of the American Indians are doing it over in New York too. But I don't know if any rappers are. I just seen some Caucasians. I think it was one of the Bush daughter, the daughter of the Bushes. She was doing a document, and then they gave them some funding to help them out in the community that was doing it. It was interviewing an American Indian teenage girl and a teenage boy and the rest of them, and showing how they're gardening, how they're up on roofs, because it's not like a lot of grassy area in New York. You know, they call it the concrete jungle or whatever, you know, so helping them. You know, and I'm sure everywhere else they doing it too. I know in Watts they was doing it. I know a lot of people in Seattle is doing it. Organic, I mean, on the West there's so many trees and stuff like that, you can't help to do it. So these are the things that we got to do. And we got to start buying back stuff and buying from our people and doing stuff naturally. Getting the natural. Because when you go into these stores, a lot of this stuff is GMO'd up. Genetically modified, out of control. And it's starting to look like that's what's happening with us. We're being genetically modified and twisting and turning and mixing and mingling and everything else. So, on that note, you know, rest in power, Nipsey. You know, we send condolences to his family, to his hood, to all the Rolling 60s, Overhills, neighborhoods, all you guys. You know, we know this is a big thing in our community and it hurts, and we know that a lot of the American Indians in the hood is all they got is a hood. We dropped all the rest of the tribal, the Choctaw and all that stuff because we lost it, and they picked up the land masses and streets that are around them, lakes and things like that, boulevards, things like that. So we just want to send our love and power to the people, the real people, the woke people of all ethnicities that want to put this truth out there and want to keep on helping in any kind of way that they doing it. However you doing it. Speaking on it. Sharing the videos of all of us. Everybody doing videos. All these American Indians you see doing videos. From the big Danes to the littlest guys. And, you know, Cootie Mayo, he's at the top. He's doing his thing. Shout out to you, brother. King Drop. Shout out to you, brother. And everybody. Wanagi. Wanapoikin. Sister Phoenix Moon, everybody who's doing their thing, you know. Let's just all stay in our lanes, do our thing. And for you American Indians, y'all need to wake up. Hurry up. And all you people, wake up to the truth. So we can get this ball going. We can get it rolling. On that note, I'm going to say feathers up.
Feathers up.
Wise up.
Wise up. Rise up.
So you can tribe up, then you can rise up. You got to wise up, get smarter, tribe up, because as you're getting smarter, you're going to learn you have a heritage, a nationality. And then you tribe up with it, and then you rise up, because everybody knows who everybody is. Rest in power to all the fallen American Indians. We out.